And thank you very much indeed for all that. Now, millions of us are missing out, apparently, on claiming money from our electricity, gas and even water suppliers for poor service because we just don't know the law and how to make it apply to them. Well, new research suggests we lose out on, would you believe, £1.2 million each and every week because we allow ourselves to be treated in a way that's below the guaranteed standard. That survey, carried out by YouGov, says more than two-thirds of us are unaware we can make a claim if we receive unsatisfactory service. And just under 90% of those questioned didn't know that they were entitled to £20 every time a supplier misses a scheduled appointment. Surely not. Well, we're joined now by founder of the online complaint service Disputer.com, James Walker. James, thanks for coming. Extraordinary figures.
I know, it's absolutely amazing that it's that high.
Yeah.
69% of people weren't aware that they could claim for compensation, and less than 2% of people actually had claimed for compensation.
And are these just the public utilities, or does this apply to any commercial concern?
So this specific research applies to the energy companies, i.e. the gas and electric and the water organisations. However, there are guaranteed service standards within other areas, for example, the telecoms market as well.
So this would apply to all those missed appointments where you're staying all day, no one turns up. You could actually get money from them.
Yep.
For the, well, loss of your time and energies.
Absolutely. For example, you should be given an appointment slot. If the firm doesn't turn up within 2 hours of that appointment slot, then you're entitled to £20.
Wow. But how do you go about then getting the money from? Do you have to take them to court? What's the process?
No, it's a very simple process. You can either get hold of the firm directly yourselves, or what we've done is built a system whereby, for free, you can go in and put your complaint in, and the system will write to the energy company on your behalf and get the money back for you.
However, I mean, the Sunday papers are full of these correspondence columns where they have to get the sort of consumer expert to chase these companies, travel companies, for instance, to get satisfaction, to get checks back and so on. We are just not geared, it seems, in this country with dealing with the public on these matters.
I know, and that was my personal experience. And what I've done, or what we've done, is we've built the system where actually you put your complaint in, and if you don't hear back, the system will automatically escalate it to head of customer services, and then onto the MD, and if you don't get the resolution you're after, then onto the Ombudsman for you.
And this would apply for what sort of areas now in terms of day-to-day life?
So in day-to-day life, we've started out and we're working on the water and energy companies. Next month, telecoms comes on board, so that'll be phones, broadband, mobiles.
Well, that's got to keep you busy,
I
isn't
know,
it?
very busy. And then the month after, for August, as very topical, we're going to bring the travel online, so airlines and holiday companies.
Which does seem to be a huge bugbear for people. You know, we mentioned these columns. And, for instance, XL, the airline went down. People are still waiting for the CAA compensation from that a year later.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, there seems to be arguments between CAA and the credit card companies, actually, who is to blame and who should be paying for that.
Right. Are we quite bad, though, at complaining, the reserved British nature that, mustn't grumble and that, we take what we're given? Or is it that we're beginning to get a bit more grumpy about these things now?
I think we want to complain, but from the research, it became very apparent that people didn't know the process or didn't have the time to deal with it. Yeah. So, we sit there and we fester on what is our issue, and we never do anything about it. What we're trying to do is actually give the empowerment to people to help them to do that.
And it is a simple process. It won't cost you more than you're going to get back, for instance, in terms of the compensation.
It costs nothing.
Yeah. And in terms of the weight, then, that this could bring to bear, this could actually see perhaps a sea change in the way that consumer products are offered and services are offered.
Well, that's what I hope, because every time a complaint goes through the system, it obviously learns from what the person had as an issue and what they got back. So the more complaints go in, the more public knows what they should actually be getting.
And the more money they lose, perhaps the more it concentrates these commercial concerns about doing something. Yeah. Are we particularly bad in this country compared to elsewhere in Europe, for instance, in terms of the services you mentioned, electricity, gas and water and so on, in terms of the level of supply, the consumer supply that we get?
So we have a number of different suppliers, and obviously it's an open market, which is meant to provide improved service. Does it provide improved service? There are some companies that do a very good job, and there are a lot of companies that do a very bad job. The issue is being able to identify which are the good companies. What we're doing is allowing actually people to understand that, because we can start providing metrics back as well in terms of quality.
OK, so go to your website, and if you don't want to do it directly there, the system will do it for you.
The system will guide you and help you through the entire process.
Right, OK, so look forward to the mobile broadband and other matters. Thank you very much indeed.
Not a problem, thank you.
You're going to be a busy man, as you say. Well, as the recession continues to bite as well, homeowners who are feeling the worst effects of the downturn, never mind all those public services, more and more of them say they're having to move back home to live with their families and then